revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. Children, according to this, revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities meaning is when a new partner entered in the firm or admitted in the firm, that time he wants to know how is the condition of assets and reassessment liabilities of the firm. So children, now we are preparing the revaluation account for the assets value, check the assets value and reassessment of liabilities. Also we want to check the how is the condition of liabilities of the firm. So according this we are preparing revaluation account for calculation the true value of assets and liabilities. Okay. In next topic we will prepare general entries related to revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities, like first 4 increase in the value of assets. Children, if the assets value has increased in the firm, that time we will prepare the entry assets account debit to revaluation account. The value of assets with name increase. So children, if the assets value has increased, that time we will prepare assets account debit to revaluation account, and also we will mention the relation for detailing being value of assets being with name is increased. Children, suppose firm have a land and according to previous year or previous financial records, this amount was 1 lakh rupees. But now this time in the current year, this land building has increased by 10%. So children, according to 10%, 10,000 value has increased on this asset, on the land. So we will record this amount, increment amount, according to this journal entry. That time we will prepare the journal entry, assets account debit. Here we will mention land account debit. Also can be write asset account debit, land account debit 10,000 to revaluation account. Okay children, if an asset has increased, that time we will prepare this journal entry according assets account debit to revaluation account. Suppose this is an example, firm having a land and according from the previous year this value is 1 lakh rupees, but now this current year time its value has increased by 10%. So according this 10,000 rupees we will record in this journal entry, land account debit 10,000 to revaluation account 10,000. Okay children, next journal entry we will pass when the assets will be decreased. Second journal entry we will pass for decrease in the value of assets. So children, when the assets value is decreased, that time we will prepare the journal entry revaluation account debit to assets account. And relation will be being value of with name is decreased. Okay children, because when the asset value has increased, that time the firm will be get profit. This profit will be distributed among the partners in future. If the firm has get loss on assets amount, that time this loss also will be distributed in the profit sharing ratio in the whole partner. So if the assets value has decreased, that time the firm has prepared this journal entry, revaluation account debit to assets account, being value of assets with name is decreased. Okay children, suppose this is an example. The firm have building and building has decreased by 10%. Okay children, suppose this is an example, building 1 lakh rupees building amount has reduced by 10%. That time we will prepare this journal entry with name according this revaluation account debit 10,000 because the firm has get a loss for rupees 10,000 on the building. Okay, to building account, and also we will write the narration being value of assets, also can be write building with the name is decreased by 10%. Okay children, if the firm asset has increased, that time we will prepare this journal entry. When the assets value has decreased, that time we will prepare this journal entry, and also I have explained the example how we will prepare the journal entries according this. Children, next journal entries are third, fourth, decrease in the value of liabilities. That time we will prepare journal entries revaluation account debit to liabilities account. Fourth entry will be 4 increase in the value of liabilities. That time we will prepare liabilities account debit to revaluation account. These are the journal entries, children, which we will use at the time when we will record the increment or decrement amount according to revaluation account. Okay. And next journal entry will be 4 unrecorded assets. 4 unrecorded assets. Assets account debit to revaluation account. 6 4 unrecorded liabilities, for unrecorded liabilities, revaluation account debit to liabilities account. Next 7, 4, profit on revaluation, for profit on revaluation, revaluation account debit to old partners capital account. Next 4, loss on revaluation, for loss on revaluation by old partners capital account debit to revaluation account. So children, according to revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities, we will prepare these journal entries according to the situations. If when the liabilities amount will be increased, suppose the creditor has increased, so according this our liability also has increased. So according this we will prepare the journal entries, revaluation account debit to liabilities account. Liabilities, in the liabilities case we can be used any person name A, B, C or creditors. So creditors, outstanding salaries, outstanding liabilities, these are the liabilities. So when the liability will be increased, that time we will prepare this journal entry, revaluation account debit to liabilities account. For decrease in the value of liabilities, children, when the liability will be decreased, according this the firm has get the profit because the firm has reduced their liabilities. So according this we will prepare this journal entry, liabilities account debit to revaluation account. Next, for unrecorded assets, children, sometimes the firm has many assets, but some assets the firm will be recorded in the books of account, some assets the firm has not recorded in the books of account. So suppose any assets the firm have, but the firm has not recorded this amount or this asset, that time these assets will be called unrecorded assets. So unrecorded assets, if we find, that time we will prepare this journal entry, assets account debit to revaluation account. For unrecorded liabilities, suppose the firm has pending an amount to any person, but the firm has forget to credit this amount, that time unrecorded liability. So it's meaning the firm have a liability, but the firm has forgot this liability payment. So according this we will prepare this journal entry, revaluation account debit to liabilities account. For profit on revaluation, when the firm has get the profit according to the assets and liabilities increment and decrement, that time the firm will be prepared this journal entry, revaluation account debit to old partners capital account. This profit amount will be distributed among the partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Okay. For loss on revaluation, suppose the firm has get the loss and the firm assets and liabilities has increased or decreased, the amount has fluctuated again and again. So according this the firm has facing the loss on revaluation account, that time the firm will be prepared this journal entry, old partners capital account. All the loss will be debited in the old partners capital account and to revaluation account. Okay children, so I hope these journal entry will be clear to you all. children, first we will prepare the general entries at the time of increment and decrement in the value of assets and liabilities. After that we will prepare the revaluation account, and in this format or in this account, according to this account, we will find out the value in which account or in which asset and liability has decreased or increased. So that time we will follow this account format is revaluation account. First, to decrease in the value of assets, these amounts will be used according this by increase in the value of assets, second by decrease in the value of liabilities, by decrease in the provisions value, next by unrecorded assets and by loss transferred to partners capital account in their old profit sharing ratio. So children, we will find out the real value of the assets and liabilities with this format. We will take the help of this format when we will find out the real value to the assets or the liabilities. Okay children, so debit side we will use these transactions and credit side we will use these transactions. So according the debit side transactions, first transactions will be decrease in the value of assets. When the assets value will be decreased, that time the difference value, suppose first the building amount is 1 lakh rupees. Now from building amount has reduced or decreased 10%. So according this 10,000 amount on building has reduced. So we will use 10,000 rupees in debit side. Okay children. So according this, to decrease in the value of assets will be used in debit side. Increase in the value of liabilities, when the firm has liability will be increased, that time the difference value and the liabilities value which has increased, that time we will use in the debit side. Next, increase in the provision, when the bad debts or the provisions will be increased, this also will be used in debit side. Unrecorded liabilities, suppose any person having a liability due on the firm, but the firm has not recorded in the books of account, that time this unrecorded liability, the firm will be mentioned according the valuation account also will be mentioned here. Next, by increase in the value of assets, when the assets will be increased, that time we will use this value in the credit side. Decrease in the value of liabilities. Next, decrease in the provisions, unrecorded assets. Okay children. So according this, we will use these transactions used in debit or credit side. If the firm has remained some amount in debit side, according this amount will be called profit, and this profit transferred to all partners there in old profit sharing ratio. But if the firm has remained some amount in credit side, it will be called loss. This amount will be transferred also to the partners capital account in their old profit sharing ratio. So children, now I am explaining example number 25 from the NCERT book. According this example, given below in the balance sheet of A and B, who are carrying on partnership business as on March 31st, 2017, A and B share profit in the ratio 2:1. So children, according this question, in this firm have two partners A and B. So children, now the question is example number 25, when below is the balance sheet of A and B who are carrying on partnership business as on March 31st, 2017. A and B share profit in the ratio 2:1. Balance sheet of A and B as at March 31st, 2017. Liabilities amount is 4 lakh rupees. Assets amount is 4 lakh rupees. C is admitted as a partner on the date of balance sheet on the following items. C will bring in rupees 1 lakh as his capital and 60,000 as his share of goodwill for 1/4 share in profit. Plant is to be appreciate means increase 2 rupees 1 lakh 20,000 and the value of building is to appreciate by 10%. Next, stock is found overvalued by rupees 4,000. A provision for doubtful debts is to be created at 5% of debtor. Creditors were unrecorded to the extent of rupees 1,000. Record revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet of the constituted firm after admission of the new partner. So children, in this question, there are two partners A and B. These are the old partner and their profit sharing ratio is 2:1 and the firm has shown the balance sheet as at 31st March 2017. These are the items which will be used in the liability and asset. These adjustment we will use at the time of preparation revaluation account, partners capital or balance sheet. So children, according this term, C has bring 1 lakh rupees for his capital and 60,000 rupees for his goodwill amount for 1/4 share profit in future. Plant is to be appreciated. So according this, plant amount has increased 2 rupees 1 lakh 20,000. Building value is also appreciate by 10%. So according this, building amount has given 1,50,000. Now the 10% amount has increased. So according this, 15,000 rupees has increased on the building amount. Building account. Stock is to found overvalued by rupees 4,000. Now the stock also has overvalued by rupees 4,000. Provision for doubtful debt is to be created, also has increased 5% of debtor. Creditors were unrecorded to the extent 1,000 rupees. So children, first, according this question, first I will prepare revaluation account, partners capital and balance sheet. So children, in this question, two partners A and B, their profit sharing ratio 2:1. Now the firm has admitted partner C for 1/4 share in the profit in future. Okay. Next, C has been 1 lakh rupees as capital and 60,000 rupees for goodwill. Okay. Next item is plant is to be appreciated. So children, plant has appreciate means increase. Increase 1 lakh 20,000. In the balance sheet, plant amount also has given 1 lakh rupees. Now this amount has 1 lakh 20,000. So according this, 20,000 amount has increased on the plant. Okay. This is an asset and assets value has increased by rupees 20,000. We will record this amount 20,000 in the revaluation account. Second, children, second is building. Building amount also has increased or appreciated by 10%. So children, first value of building is 1,50,000 and the 10% increment on the building. So according this, 15,000 value has increased on the building. Next, stock is found overvalued. Stock overvalued by 4,000 rupees. Next, provision has been made on debtors 5% and creditors unrecorded. So this is also called unrecorded liabilities by extent 1,000 rupees. So children, these are the items which we will adjust at the time of preparing revaluation account. So first we will prepare revaluation account. Revaluation account. So stock 4,000 rupees. Provision for doubtful debts 3,000. Creditors 1,000. In credit side, plant and machinery amount has increased by rupees 20,000. Also, building has increased by rupees 50,000. So, according this, total amount will be 35,000. And now we will less these amount because these assets or liabilities has decreased or increased. Some assets, some items will be used in debit side will be decreased or will be increased. Same here, some assets or liabilities will be increased or decreased in or recorded in the credit side. So now total amount is 35,000. Plant and machinery value has increased by rupees 20,000. Building amount also has increased by rupees 15,000, and this is our profit. So 35,000 rupees. First we will deduct our loss or our reduction. After that, the sum amount will be remain. This amount will be called profit. Profit on revaluation. Revaluation transferred to partners capital account to old profit sharing ratio. Okay children, so now the remaining amount will be 27,000. 27,000 we will divide to A and B capital according to their ratio, and the amount will be 18,000, 9,000, and total amount will be 27,000, and the subtotal is 35,000. Okay, so first we will prepare revaluation account. Some assets and liabilities will be recorded in debit side. Some assets and liabilities will be recorded in credit side. If the amount has remained in the debit side, it will be called profit, and this profit amount will be distributed among the partners in their old profit sharing ratio. If the amount has remained in the credit side, it will be called loss, or this amount will be transferred same according to the partners capital account in their old profit sharing ratio. After that, we will prepare partners capital account. Partners capital account. Okay children, now we will prepare the capital account of all the partners. Date, particulars, A, B and C. Same format we will prepare in credit side. Date, particular, A, B and C. So now we will record the transactions in their partners capital account. So children, I hope these terms you have to remember. According to partners capital account we will prepare by two methods: fixed capital method or fluctuating capital method. Fixed capital method we will prepare two accounts. First partners capital account and second is partners current account. But according to the fluctuating method, we have prepared only one account, that is called the partners capital account. In this account, we will also mention their current account balances or their capital account. Okay, so according to this, first we will write their capital. On 31st March, 1,80,000 balance brought down. A capital is 1,80,000, B capital is 1,50,000, and C capital is the firm has deposited this amount in the bank C has given 1 lakh rupees for his capital to the firm. Next, goodwill. Goodwill has distributed among the partners in A and B in the old profit sharing ratio. So according to this, 40,000 goodwill we will take by A and 20,000 rupees B will take in goodwill. Next, revaluation profit. So revaluation profit amount is 27,000 rupees. So also we will divide in A and B 18,000 and 9. Now the total is 2,38,000, 1,79,000 and 1 lakh rupees. Also, we will post these transactions on debit side. March 31st balance carried down 2,38,000, 1,79,000 and 1 lakh rupees, and the total will be transferred 2,38,000, 1,79,000 and 1 lakh rupees. Okay children, so according to this we are preparing the capital account by fluctuating method, and according to the fluctuating method we will mention the capital and all the current balances in this account. So first we will write the capital. A capital is 1,80,000, B capital is 1,50,000, C has given 1 lakh rupees for his capital. Goodwill, C has given also 60,000 goodwill amount to the firm. So this goodwill amount the firm will be distributed among the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio 40,000 and 20,000. Next, revaluation profit. The firm has get 27,000 profit. So this amount also the firm will be distributed in the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio, and the total amount we will use in a debit side carry down. Okay. Next is balance sheet. Balance sheet of A, B and C as on 1st April 2016. Liabilities, assets. So children, first liabilities. Bills payable also has provided in the question 10,000 amount. Second, sundry creditors 59,000. Outstanding expenses. Other transactions we will use in same manner. Capitals A, B, C 2,38,000, 1,79,000 and C 1 lakh. So the liability side total amount is 5,68,000. Assets, cash in hand 10,000, cash in bank 2 lakh, sundry debtors 60,000 less, because according to the revaluation account provision has reduced. So suppose a debtor has given to the firm 60,000 rupees, but now the debtor has given only 57,000 rupees. So 3,000 rupees has less in the debtors on the debtor. So provision has decreased by rupees 3,000. Also we will deduct in the balance sheet in total debtors account. So sundry debtors, first are sundry debtors amount 60,000. Now the value has reduced by rupees 3,000. So according to this we also reduce in the balance sheet, and the total 57,000 rupees remaining amount debtors will be paid in future to the firm. Children, next stock amount is 36,000 because in the balance sheet stock amount has given value has given 40,000 rupees. Also stock has reduced 400 rupees, 4,000 rupees. So according this our stock remaining amount is 36,000. Next, plant and machinery 1,20,000. Building 1,65,000 and the total amount is 5,68,000. So children, today I have completed this chapter, and from this chapter we will use 6 mark question, and always in the board exam 6 mark question has used in this chapter. Okay, so this chapter is very important, and these theoretical or numerical parts are very important, especially general entries are very important because these general entry can be used in the board exam for 1 marks question. Okay, so first according this question, now this question I have prepared valuation account, partners capital account and balance sheet. I hope children this question will be clear to you all. So take care, goodbye.